All right, let's move on to an extremely interesting game. Rams, Bills. Bills open up at -3. There's 2.5s and 2s on the board. This total opens up at Bet365 at 46.5. There's 47.5s and 48 on the 48s on the board. Tough early schedule here for the Rams at Buffalo after playing at Philly, flying home, then flying out to Buffalo. Clint Richardson says, I took Rams +3 early. All right. Malcolm Brown, running back, a procedure to fix a fractured pinky, and he'll be available Sunday against the Bills. So Malcolm Brown will be available. Cam Akers, separated rib cartilage day-to-day. Their left guard, Joe Noteboom, calf strain. He's going to be out, and he could be on the 3-week injured reserve, and that is the injury situation right now for the Rams. Goff looked good. 3 touchdown passes to Higbee. Completed his first 13 passes. Rams had a 21-3 lead. Goff goes 20 of 27 for 242 yards. Henderson runs for 81 yards, first career TD. They gained 449 total yards, 191 on the ground. But Aaron Donald and the whole team were held to no sacks. So the Eagles' front line was much improved, but they're a bad football team. Bills have 3 linebackers now questionable on the injury report. Tremaine Edmonds, Matt Milano, and Delshon Phillips. They also have Dawson Knox, their tight end, on the report. 417 yards passing. 417-yard passing for Allen. He now has 729 yards passing, 6 touchdowns, and 0 picks. But they've only played the Jets and Dolphins. So that's an important note. 4th player in NFL history to throw for 700-plus yards and 6-plus touchdowns and no picks through 2 weeks. Joining Mahomes, Brady, and Peyton Manning. It's a pretty illustrious group that he's a part of. The only other Bills player to throw for at least 415 yards and 4 scores was Joe Ferguson. Jim Kelly never did it. The offense goes for 524 yards. Stephon Diggs, 8 catches for 153 yards. Bills at home against the Rams, a real test for this Bills squad. What do you think here, Bevsy?
It's hard to say because I think the travel is going to be really hard on the Rams. The fact that they're going home to after Philly and then flying back, that's a lot of travel. Dan Kelly saying McDermott is the most underrated coach in the NFL. I would probably agree to that. He gets no love probably because he's in Buffalo. I don't know. Here's the thing. If Josh Allen starts believing the Josh Allen hype a little too much, you know who's going to make him pay, and that's Jalen Ramsey and probably Aaron Donald. They haven't faced anybody yet, and without the big question mark for me of the Bills is less about Josh Allen, less about that offense, and it's more about whether or not that defense is healthy. You know, they've got 3 linebackers questionable, and these aren't average linebackers. This is a big part of that defense, especially Tremaine Edmonds. If he can't play, it's going to be hard to stuff. But this Rams team, they're looking pretty good early on. I just it's that travel that kills me. I think I'd be on the Rams if they weren't traveling so much this week. I don't care that they have to go play in Buffalo. It's probably going to be regular weather there, and it's just a hard game to pick with the injuries for the Bills and then the travel for the Rams. If this is playing, if it's the Rams -2 in LA, I think I take the Rams. But them traveling across country twice in a matter of 8 days, that's tough. So I'm off this game. We'll see if the money line shifts when we know if those linebackers are playing or not. But this is a tough one to call right now.
Nilo asking if he's using this argument, the travel argument, for the 49ers this week.
The 49ers aren't traveling this week. They're playing at MetLife again, so they just stayed in New York all week. Actually, the 49ers have the advantage over the Giants, who had to travel.
There you go. Walla Walla says travel early in the year not as impactful in his opinion, but the trips aren't ideal.
Well, the problem with travel isn't necessarily lag. It's with the considerable number of injuries early in the year, and then they're saying the pressure of going up in a plane is hard on injuries. So if you're already a banged up team and you're taking 2 flights in a matter of days, that's the difficulty. It's not so much the fatigue at this time of year; it's more about the injuries.
What do you think about this total? Opened at 46.5 all the way up to 48.
I can see why it would be trending up. I mean, both of these teams are putting up a lot of points right now. Let's see what happens when the Bills have to play a good team, though, and let's see what happens when the Rams are, not too banged up. Their running backs are a little bit banged up. I think they'll be down to Henderson and a broken-fingered Malcolm Brown. I doubt Akers plays this week, especially, they put a lot of stock into him. I would say, I would say let's see what happens with this team. It's an easy. There's lots of games you can bet on, and personally, I don't like this one.
That is Rams Bills. Again, Bebsy and I will be here Sunday at 11 a.m., 2 hours before kickoff, and see if any changes have been made.